Just redoing one of my portal bases at the center of the El Capos galaxy. Such a beautiful view. I decided to just redo my base, and I was gonna go like a abandoned fort style, like salvaged metal looking one, but now I'm doing a hybrid of cuboid rooms and um the newer materials, which again they don't blend, so you got to make them work. But yeah, I just like having big glass windows in my base when you have a view like this. So pretty. Yeah, there we are. So yeah, when you come out, I want to have it look like a cool little area here. And then over here you'll have a viewing area. Then I'll probably put my Starship launch pad up on top of here then. Yeah, I love using cuboid rooms to mask my power. It's kind of fun, actually. And then you don't have to wire anything either inside of it, so... Then if you want to be tricky, you can add some windows to make it look kind of cool. Like, I like to add some round ones here. Get a little glimpse into the power. You can see all the red. We'll do round on the side, and then we'll do just some normal large ones to see what's actually inside these things. And for fun, we'll just throw a prisoner one in here. But yeah, I kind of like doing that. That just looks neat, I think. Especially when there's no power. The reds. Okay, well, I guess I'm Chad now. I was gonna I like to start my streams off without me saying anything so I'm not annoying people. Yeah, I love that for that. It's such a nice thing. And if you want, you can, if I wanted to, I could have put these under the ground here and then put a floor on top, and you wouldn't even notice that there's power underneath everything. So it's kind of subtle way to do power. So I used to just put my power stuff all over, and it never looked good. So I realized after, I don't know who I saw do this on YouTube, I'm like, that's a great idea. Because everything inside of here now, too, it's all connected wire-wise without doing wires because it's a cuboid room. So if I want to bring wire, then I'll just, let's see here. Let's run one over. See if it'll actually let me connect to, there we go. Okay, so we got power between the two now. I feel like putting a teleporter like right out here. I should just go ahead. Who am I kidding? Just connect this. Oh, look at that. The door. Huh. Here. Let's get it. There we go. Making it trickier than I need to. There's a lot of deleting whenever I do base building. Started along a path and I'm like, yeah, no, that looks silly. Kinda like what I'm doing right now. I'm like, this is gonna be so huge, this base, so. Oh well. I think I've plenty of. Okay. Well, that made things a lot easier, actually. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I used to do that for a while too, like put them all outside. But I like that looks actually pretty clean there. Kind of kept them in line. Plenty of power too. Yeah, I just wish, like, these parts here would interact with these prefabs, like, why the hell, seriously, why is this cube bigger than this stupid wall? I get it, you want me to use a small wall part, but what the hell, why can't this just be the same freaking size as this? And why can't this be the exact same size as this, the one I put a cuboid room on the floor, it matches up. Yeah, it's kind of fun to see all the people and their different designs on how to do batteries, you know. But yeah, I just I'm hoping we get somehow well, the thing is they can't change any of it now. Because if they change any of these parts, how they interact, they break thousands and thousands of players' bases, you know. So that's kind of a bummer, though. And I do wish we had a few more these types of these, you know, like, where's an exterior stairs to these, you know? That'd be nice. And I don't know, like, yeah, there's so many more possibilities, but nonetheless, I'll take what I get, so, and go with it. Okay, that's a lot better. And this is silly having this little loft here. We'll have to make, oops, that, you know, that's room. I should just make this like a little. Ooh, nice. I'll have to check that out here later. Yeah, I kind of really didn't really. I know back in the day I used to like place all my solar panels like on lighted up panels, so then they'd be lit up when I had power. And but man, I got lazy. Oh, I gotta give my buddy some treats here. That's the thing too. I wish I could build areas where because your pet companions can't go anywhere in your bases. Come on, buddy, Pumbaa, I gotta give you a treat, buddy. Yeah, you're hungry. I just have him around in case any of the fauna get aggressive and attack me. Have him laser beam them. Heck yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's funny, all this stuff. Yeah, I mean, the things I find out after, you know, how many years of playing this game, I'm just like, oh, wow, look at that. Learn something new every day. Actually, I think I'm gonna go. Just, yeah. I really want to find a better use for these things, but I'm lacking the creativity. Like, I just don't have the mood to build, like, a cyberpunkish base. I just want, like, a glassite modern contemporary design. You know? That's just me, though. Let's see here. We'll change this. And now, you know, like, these coloring here, like, why can't I just have a solid color? You know, like, the accent is, like, this just white, black, yellow, and then I can choose the secondary accent color myself. You know, like, I think that's something we're gonna see, maybe some quality of life stuff for building. Like gray and black, like gray and red. I don't care. I would love black and that blue right there. That'd be sweet. Or just white and white, or white. I mean, even white and black. You know, like. Hey, these are my rants as a long time builder. That's, well, not a good builder, but a long time builder. Oh, open up the glass cylinder walkways. I never even, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I never really used any of that. I used like a little of that stuff when it first came out, but then I kind of just gave up on a lot of those pieces because it just fell out of place. I guess it's just a matter of planning it, maybe, too. Which I think white looks cleaner, really. Yeah. White looks a little cleaner. There we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna build this for now because I don't want to decorate yet. You know, it's like I love this piece, this design, but I would love it in the style of this material, the new materials. You know, the salvage parts. See, that's the thing. It's like I get what they're doing with these like pieces. That's cool. That's funny how you find stuff and you're just like messing around, all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, no wait, that works? Hell no. That's crazy. Yeah, like these pieces, you know, I love the wood stuff, but, you know, yeah. Okay, well, I'm just gonna stop whining about base building stuff and keep building. Oh, this has potential for stuff on top here too. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Let's figure out some few pieces. Get the basics in here at least, the teleporters and the whatnots. Put a teleporter. Let them know we have all the tech when they arrive. See, like, why won't you rotate that way unless I go this way? Or not? You know? It just, there we go. Okay, what the heck, yo? Why you gotta be so fancy? Okay, ain't gonna look pretty. We're just gonna put stuff in here. Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. Let's see here. We're gonna put this guy. I wish this would just be like, you know, you can, I think, glitch it to get it so it's a clear glass background, but I'm not a glitch builder, really. I always fear that it's gonna come back to haunt me with an update, you know? Then every base I use glitch building and somehow breaks or something crazy. Okay, well, let's make this a little like this. Yeah, more doors and inner wall types too, please. Yeah, that's what this for fun. Aesthetics, I guess, or something. Whatever they call it. Looks to be a fun little, like, this could be like the quote-unquote influencer's picture spot. I do admit it, I make actually spots on my bases for taking pictures that line up with where they are. So why do we build bases? To sit in them, to look at the pretty worlds inside here. Whee! Man, the problem with me too in this game is trying to line things up symmetrically speaking is, oh jeez, you like move a freaking couch like literally a millimeter over left and right, try to get centered, then you're like, then in the end you're like, screw it, whatever, who cares, you know. But one thing I love doing, I don't know what it is, but I love putting big trees inside of bases. So it's just something about having living things inside of a building, I guess. I don't know. I do like these ones a lot, but man, do they take a hit on rendering if you make them big. They don't really look that good inside, but I'll just put it on here for fun. Oh yeah, we'll do it like this. Oh, that's not very pretty color though. Let's do, I think I like this one is the best color. Oh, that's pretty. I like blues. Well, that's gonna mess up that dude's view though, huh? Whatever. There's more couches. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna actually take this out of the base. I just like to put them up for fun to look, see how they look. Alright. Rendered in the glass there. Let's delete it. Okay, I think initially though I like this area. Clear glass. Got a wall over here so you feel wide open. Beautiful glass pillar here. Nice view. Should probably put a farm out there eventually too. Okay. You know the thing is though, I moved my base computer over here. Check this out. I think I I think that base computer's never moving again. Yeah, I don't think I can grab it because I put it right on top of where the portal thing pops up. So yeah, I can't pick it up anymore. Oh no. Oh wait, never mind. Hang on, never mind, never mind. Okay. That was dumb of me to do that. I thought I was being all tricky. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Wait, sorry. One cheese, dude. Oh my god, I've been like, going through all the crap, like I said, I've talked about before the last, back in January, my mom passed away, and she was the last of the parents of mine to be alive, so I've been going through all my crap I had as a kid at the farm, because, yeah, I basically sold my sister my half of the farm. Since I'm not a farm boy, I was there the last 5 years, taking care of mom and everything, but nowadays I'm back in my condo here in the Twin Cities area, and yeah, I love me some city life again, I tell you. I really, yeah. I'm glad I got to grow up in the country, but I'm glad I live in a city, though. Like, yeah. That actually taking care of my mom at the farm was a great experience in, like, in life itself and being able to be with my mom the last 5 years, but also in showing me what it involves to have a small little farm and what the uptake and care of it is, and even just like a house, like I have a condo. It's a 750 square foot condo, 1 bedroom. So it basically, for me, if I want to clean my place, it takes literally 15 minutes and I can have my place nearly clean, like vacuumed and mopped and wiped down completely. Like at the farm, my mom's farm, it's gonna take me half a day. If I do upstairs, it'll take me all day. So yeah, just like that stuff alone. And then the uptake outside, like, thankfully my mom and dad, were very frugal, smart, had the timing of everything for their lives, and the markets and property and everything were perfect. So my dad literally bought all the farmland that our farm was on for 50 cents an acre in 1961. And they sold a lot of land like about 10 years ago or so. And so my mom thankfully had a decent savings to pay for everything. So I didn't have to touch any of my own money to take care of my mom and her farm, and everything. But the 5 years I was there, and I wasn't like putting money into the farm to make it look pretty or ridiculous things just to keep it going as it was. We spent easily $20,000 or more. Actually, no, I take that back. We spent about $35,000 in 5 years on just normal stuff. So we had 2 storms come through, one that took out a whole half a shed of ours, took out the old cat house, quite literally picked it up off the ground and rolled it at my mom's farmhouse, and it literally stopped like a foot from the house in that storm. I mean, that was about $8,000 right there just in cleanup costs, and then of course the insurance took care of the roofs. And then we had a bunch of trees taken out one year. I did, because I knew that, thank God I did, because the storm that I was talking about, those trees would have been in the house, I don't know, whatever where they would have been, but they would have not been where they were. Oh, this is a cute guy. But yeah, I mean, that was probably about $30,000 I spent in 5 years just to maintain that farm and having things just popping up, like washing machine dies. Oh, well freezes up in the winter. Well got clogged full of dirt for some reason. The pipe that goes down in the well slipped, so we had to have our plumber come out and pull that up, completely rinse out the whole pipe, like 30 feet of it, put it back down. So yeah, that experience, with my mom and taking care of her with the dementia and being at the farm and leaving my condo sitting for like 5 years basically was a great one. So I was thinking about, actually, after my mom and dad had passed, my sister and I would have, the farm together, and I'd build like a little small tiny home out there, like a super green one that would be self-sustaining. But then I realized, you know what? No, I don't want to be here. Like, I love where my mom and like where our farm was is kind of like an area I would say like let's see. I was trying to find a place that looked like our parents' farm, but I want to say it was like basically it would have been like down in a valley like this, except instead of a lake, there's a little creek that runs through it. So I mean the view and the location is gorgeous, but this is Minnesota and this is winter. So when you live in a valley, what does that mean? You got to go uphill no matter what, always to get out of there, and downhill to go back home. And Minnesota snow in the rural areas, west central Minnesota, yeah. So like, yeah, you have to have a snowblower, and the closest county road that actually gets plowed when a snowfall hits, like a tar road, is about 4.5, 5 miles away. So you got to make it on 5 miles of gravel crap roads to get to. Oh, that is cool! Look at that. Oh, that's fun seeing that always. That never gets old. So yeah, so I learned, like, then I'm like, I had like my Mini Countryman. I purposely bought that in 2019. I was gonna buy like either an M1 coupe, M2 coupe, or a GP3 Mini GP3 in 2019. So I was making fucking good money. I was your typical city boy, trying to live the highfalutin life. I was working at the law firm there or whatever, Then I realized my mom and dad were getting older, and you know what? The car I had at the time was a two-door, like literally two-seater, so I could only fit me and my one person in it. This little Mini Coupe R58, which I love that thing. So I decided you know what? I need to be responsible, and so I bought my Mini Countryman back in 2020 because they just added the 300 horsepower GCW option, which, holy shit, that thing still holds up to today, man. I'm telling you, a Mini Cooper that can do 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds with top speed at 158 miles per hour, it's fun. And it can fit 4 full-size adults. Like, it's funny, like, people and the Mini people are always like, oh my god, that's not a Mini anymore. That's talking about the Countrymans, at least the F60s, not the new F61s or whatever they are, or I can't remember the name, but anyhow, but they always thought it's so big. And then I parked like next to a RAV4 in a parking lot, and my Countryman looks like a little Golf. Like, my Countryman literally is the size of a Golf GTI. People don't realize. They just see 4 doors Countryman when it's by itself, and it looks a lot bigger than it is. But you park that thing next to any other vehicle, hell, even a Ford Fusion, like, yeah, it looks tiny. Like, my sister's Chevy Impala is longer than my Mini Countryman. But of course it's higher too. So anyhow, sorry, that was all ranting or talking here. But that thing, I got that mainly because I knew I'd be at my mom and dad's farm a lot more. Because we knew she had dementia back in 2016, I think it was. My dad had been taking care of her, really good job and everything. But he was kind of crippled too. He was, because he had his hip replaced because of all the abuse. My relatives would say, your dad, he could fucking lift anything. Like, we'd be like, hey Bert, you need help with that? Nope, he would just fucking grab it and lift it. Like, he could pick up the back of our Caprice Classic car in parking lots and lift the back wheels off the ground. Like, yeah, Dad, that's why you had to get your hip replaced twice. He was a beautiful giant. Like, he was a beautiful, manly man, but very in touch with a very gentle, loving man. Like, I don't know, I'm gonna probably start crying here because he is great. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, that's one thing, I always get, like, I get pretty emotional talking about my parents at times. Ah, but, that's okay. I mean, the main reason I get so emotional is that I'm adopted, so when you have good adoptive parents, it's beyond, like, it's something that you know that they chose to actually want you. You knew you were not a mistake, and just the way, yeah. It's funny how emotions they just hit you. You can't plan for them, and you just gotta go with it, and embrace the life, our human. The things that make us human so great is like things like this. It's the sadness and sorrow in life that make happiness and joy so much better. But we have to have these moments of sadness because if we don't appreciate the good in life. There is no. If you don't have the worst, you don't get the best in life. It's like we're trying to live our lives right now where it's just everything's a medium. There's no high or low well, there's highs and lows, but I don't know, it's like we want to deny the humanity that we have anymore. It's like companies are literally have broken that, but that's a different rant. But yeah, no, the reason I get so just like emotional talking about my parents at times is because they're amazing humans. Like, we were never rich. We were poor. I always thought we were middle class. No, we were farmers. My dad, mom and dad, I looked at their taxes like in 1980s and 90s. At the end of the day, they were coming home with $15,000 of profit off of farming after all the bills were paid for. And they somehow were able to like hide the fact that we weren't making money with how they raised us and the things they gave us that were of value. Like in Christmas, I got like 7 Christmas presents, maybe 9. They always did that thing where they would hide 2 for after we're done, thinking, oh, we were very they taught us appreciation as kids. Like, we, like every kid, you write this list of thousands of dollars worth of toys, for Santa. And I knew as a kid, I was a pretty smart kid, I want to say. I mean, I've always been pretty hyper aware of humans and emotions and situational awareness and all that. But I knew we didn't have money. So I was just very happy I got one of my secondary items, not the big one I wanted, the maybe almost $100 gift. So like when they would pull out and be like, hey, surprise, Santa left something else, and it'd be the thing that my sister and I each wanted. And it was just, looking back on it, I just thought about like what they probably sacrificed to just get us one silly toy that we loved, one silly toy that we didn't need really. But by doing that, they also taught me that to treasure and to value the things that I've got. Like, the craziest thing about my life is I look around my condo right now, every important thing from my childhood I have on my shelf here. I have my Atari 2600, I have my Tiger electronic video games, I have a fucking little video poker game keychain I had from back in the day. Like, we didn't have money, so what my parents taught me, the good things that I did get in my life, I treasured and held on and treated and kept in immaculate condition. And that's kind of transcended my life. Like, I got into computers in the literally 1998, 99 is when I built my first computers ever and got my first laptop. And that's when eBay started. And basically what I did is I went into debt in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, pretty hard as a college kid to just basically buy all the new technology, which I would then sell and then write articles on too. But the stuff that I kept, it's in perfect condition. Like, I have my Google Glass, it's perfect condition. I have all the accessories for it. So like when I buy stuff brand new, people laugh at me because I buy every fucking accessory for it. Because I found throughout life is that those accessories will be worth more money than the actual thing because no one buys it because they think it's stupid. But you know what? Good luck finding an original Game Boy bag to put your Game Boy in. Because I have that, a Game Boy, my Game Boy, and a Game Boy bag. The original one, all the adapters. So yeah, it's... One thing that my parents taught me was, take care of the shit you got. Don't just abuse it. I mean, that's just... And that kind of mentality in life, treat your life that way. Take care of everything you got. Your relationships, your friends, your jobs, your skill sets, The lessons my mom and dad taught me, I treasure forever. Like, my biggest goal in life is just to always make them proud. Like, I've lived a good life. If I know on my deathbed that I've at least helped, I want to help at least 100 people in my life, if not more. And I think I have already, but I just want to... What else is there? What else is the point of life, really? I mean, seriously, what is the point of life? Just to fucking make money and be rich when we die? There's one thing I don't want to do if I'm on my deathbed or have the opportunities. I don't want to be on my deathbed, laying in regret, loathing in it, surrounded by riches and gold and wealth in a mansion, but you know what? Inside of me, I'm dead. No, thank you. I'll take my dying in a field in rags, surrounded by those I love me, knowing that I helped somebody, and my death being just nothing, no one caring. I just disappeared, and you know what, though? I don't care. I don't need to be recognized. I just want to know personally that I've done the best that I can in this world. Which I wish more people would want. I get it, the world's fucked up right now. It's shitty. Unless you have more than $1 million in your bank account right now, it's a shitty world. So people out there that criticize like middle class people making $200,000 a year, it's not that much money, guys and gals. Like, they're not the 1%ers. Well, actually, we are. Actually, anyone that makes over 100,000 a year is a 1%er in the world of money. I didn't realize that, so I guess I am 1%er, kind of in a way, but we're not a 0.1%. Those are the people that are making. Those are the ones that have the greatest effect on the world and the scarcities, the hoarding of scarcities. But yeah, I don't know. I just go off on these rants and get all emotional and everything. That's another thing too. Young men, don't ever be afraid to cry. I guess you gotta know your audience, of course, but still. That's one thing I love or appreciate of all my friends I have, and they know I'm a cheesy softy. And, they don't give me crap if I break down ever, and that's like the last, that's the one thing when all my caregiving stuff ended, like, I thought, you know what, I don't think it's gonna affect me too much, like, down the road. Because, a lot of people that go into caregiving for their loved ones or significant others, once that caregiving's done, you do basically get PTSD from it. So, I mean, if you haven't caregived ever, you don't really know what it's like. It's like, actually, I know what... The funny thing is, caregiving to me was like my job was anyways before caregiving, in a sense of how the urgency of everything and how I was always having to be on. So I worked at the law firm. When I did that, I was in IT, of course, and I went out with the trial teams. I was the trial support guy for like 8 years at that firm. So I was the main guy that went with... The main IT guy that went out with all the trial teams to hotels, courtrooms, or wherever, and set up all their fucking computer shit and brought their data with. And they're the ones that they called in the middle of the night before a massive filing or brief, and the fucking printers went down to fix them, or remote in, or basically walk them through how to use the print screen button or something. So that kind of, I already knew what it was like to constantly be on edge. That's the thing, it's like, I'm not maybe working 24/7, but there's a 24/7 potential chance that I could be working. It's that you don't know if you're gonna get called, but there's a chance you could. And how to explain that? I guess it's if you've ever been on call for anything in life or a job, you know what it is. So, hey, what's up, Kivo? Oh, dude, Kivo. That is like a super cool name. So that was like the biggest thing, with caregiving, post caregiving now for me is I don't know, it's just a weird world. Like, I don't know, my whole like viewpoint on the whole world in my life and everything around it kind of shifted dramatically with that part of my life coming on. But I think, the weird thing the one thing I noticed for me, I'm in my mid-40s, aka midlife crisis time. For me, actually, caregiving was my midlife crisis solution. Like, it's like, what do I do with my life that is worthwhile, that can make an impact, that's not just making money, that's, and that was it. Mama. I got to spend the last 5 years with her, and after looking back on it and seeing how all the institutions for caregivers work, for assisted living, for nursing homes, for long-term care, we did the right thing, my sister and I. We fucking did it right. We gave her, for a while there was questioning the level of care I was giving my mother, and you know what? I gave her fucking $1 million a year care, easy. Because you know what? I don't know, people, I'm sorry, I feel so bad for anyone out there that has loved ones in memory care, or long-term care, or nursing homes. Because no one's sitting with them every day, every hour. No one's talking to them. No one knows what books they want to read, or bring their kitty over, Like my mom, she loved her cat, her kitty. Actually, he was such a sweet guy, and I was thinking about my daily routine with my mom. Ooh, hang on, let me cry it out here for a second and have a smoke. Oh, routines, man. When you're a caregiver, your life revolves around routines. When the person you care for dies and you're their their caregiver, the daily routine is the hardest thing to lose besides them. Oh man, it's been a while since it's been 7 months since Mom passed, and probably about a month or two since I've really broken down, and I've been feeling kind of stuck the last few days, and I think I just had to let it all out, Just if you keep it inside, man, things get bad. But yeah, it's like the routine of being a caregiver once you're gone is the hardest thing to lose, because that's your life. Your life is their life. First day after I woke up in my condo, it's weird. Like, you're not checking on Mom, not helping her to the bathroom, not helping her get ready or have breakfast. So now it's weird. My life has no routine. However, I've been trying to create it. But like I was saying about the changing, of yourself or oneself after it, it's a lot of things you cared about in the world before you caregive for someone, you don't give a fuck about. Some things in life are just fucking petty. There's more. The things that matter in life are the people that we love. Are the people we love, really. It's the relationships. Material goods will keep us alive and help us achieve that goal, but in the end, it's when you're on your deathbed or in your last weakest moments in your life, it's it's the people that are there at your side that are the most important people in your life, you know? You don't realize it. That you have maybe your best friends or you aren't your best friends when it comes down to how it all happens. I mean, it's sad. It's oh man, it's weird. Yeah, I think that's what we're seeing right now, which I mean, that's the thing. The last 7 months, like I've been saying before, I haven't worked. I'm kind of, I'll be honest, I'm being lazy and slowly getting myself back into the real world because I was living in a 70-year-old, 80-year-old world for the last 5 years. Quite literally, like, that's who all the people I interacted were with, or medical people, or, vendors. Like, I literally was like a project manager. I mean, that's the skill sets if you're a caregiver and need to write a resume. Basically, you have all the skill sets of a project manager, financial analyst, and, well, and a housekeeper and everything too, along with it all. It's the thing people don't realize. It's you wear every hat. You wear all the hats if you are a caregiver for your loved ones without any like paid help or whatever. Which if you can get it, get it. If you can get help to help you, get it. People, caregivers need their respite. They need their breaks. They need to be able to just step away for 3 days a month and not have to worry about a single thing and just lay on their couches. That's people that are single like me. I can't imagine trying to caregive as like having a family, man. Like, I don't know how you could, just it would be crazy trying to even think about doing that. We're just gonna sit here for a bit. I made a little remembrance to my mom and dad here. I make little memorials nowadays at all my base now to them. I do it with the two flowers. Pink's my mom and blue's my dad. Two Norwegian farmers raising two adopted Koreans in fucking rural Minnesota in the 80s. Now that's some brave fucking people. And you know what? I know they'd be proud of what my sister and I did. And I like to say thank you to my sister, her and I, we're like polar opposites. We're both adopted Koreans. But she somehow went down the whole religious, right-wing Kool-Aid side, and I'm like the exact complete opposite of her. And I'm a liberal, hardcore liberal, and obviously, because I'm a minority, I'm an immigrant. Why would I be a right-winger? Nonetheless, different story. However, her and I always got in arguments. We, the last 5 years, have squashed all that shit. Like, we agree to disagree on that. We'll talk a little bit about it, but we'll respect each other's opinions. And I can tell she's actually finally. I feel like my sister, for some reason, always was kind of questioning if I was a responsible adult, which my friends always laugh when I mention this because they're like, dude, she realize that you ran multi-million-dollar trial setups for law firms? I'm like, yeah, no, she doesn't know me. But yeah, I know responsibility and pressure. I do. When you have an attorney that's billing at $2,000 an hour, breathing down your neck to get a computer running. Let's talk about pressure versus standing at her job. She works in retail, so. But again, we're not gonna. No dicks, no need fair dick sizes here, whatever. Every job has its tough, aspects. Every job's tough. I mean, there's really no easy job. Even the ones you think are easy, there's probably some really nasty shit that goes on that you wouldn't notice on the surface. But, so yeah, her and I finally squashed all that crap. We just, you know what? We called it Team Mom after my dad passed, and and it's been good. Her and I, our relationship is good. I don't agree with her politics. She may not agree with mine, but we respect each other as humans and as family. Oh, look at that. See how that thing just totally... The archive didn't load out. Yeah, yeah. Probably wasn't the best decision to put my base on top of it, but hey. That's fun. But yeah, it's funny, family, man. Even that's I don't have any real blood family. So at times, it's like it baffles me that people that have blood family, how they're so distant to each other. I'm kind of glad I have this situation. It's weird to say it, but I mean, my life's been pretty damn good. Like, considering the situation, I got like the best. I got a pretty good starting planet, to say the least, in reference to my life. I got adopted by two amazing farmers who, you know, taught me amazing things in life, how to be a good person, how to be a good worker, how to have empathy. I mean, my dad, he was an example of why I built the skills I do. My goal in life was to always to be well-rounded in life, to not just be singular focused on one item, one skill set, but to be good at a little bit of everything. Because then to really understand the world, you can't just know one thing. The world is not one thing. You have to fill your mind with all kinds of things. Like technology to poetry to, I don't know, arts and crafting to reading. There's to, mechanics and to sports. That was like, in high school, band, choir, piano. Let's see, I played trumpet, piano, sang in the choir, was on varsity, singing, whatever. Played soccer, captain of soccer team my senior year. Academically in top 10%, 5% of my class. Yeah, I got lucky in life. My whole existence is very lucky, like, I don't know. But the thing is, at least one thing is, even if we're given a good situation, the fact that we are appreciative of it, I think, speaks volumes over being just given or assuming that this is the norm for you, like some people that are born into wealth and power, how they just literally don't even acknowledge that fact that they haven't maybe earned it. They're not that self-aware, I guess you say. Yeah, I don't know. The world's crazy. I really feel bad. I say this all the time, but I mean it. Like, I feel so bad for all the young people. The bummer, though, is, oh, hey, let's give her the maintenance so that I can make more of these cool things faster. And I hate to say it, well, I know what's gonna, you know what the fix for the problem the young people are having, unfortunately, I think is, well, the boomers all dying, eventually from old age and dementia. But that's not gonna fix it, I realize, because there is no generational, I hate to say it, the negative thing, my negative guesstimate or observation, that's pretty obvious, I think, to everyone in the world. There will be no generational wealth transfer from the boomers to the millennials, because insurance and long-term care providers will all be getting that money. They'll be soaking all that money up. So if you have boomer parents that have not made a will or an estate or anything and have assets and money, you should do that ASAP. Like estate planning, I'm going to be doing that myself personally in the next month here to make sure that my condo, if I do die, goes to some young person I know. So that's the thing, like all the stuff I have no kids, so who do I give my stuff to? All my friends' kids. All the young people I know are going to be in my will. They don't even have to be family, just good kids, good young people. I want to set them up when I pass, at least to help them from struggling if I can. Well, let's be honest, I'm like, what, 45 nowadays? 45, 50, between there. When I get to be about 70, 75, and I don't know, depending on how the world is, I don't know. I might opt out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather see a young person with my assets make something of their life than me just sitting on my ass doing nothing with mine. Because I'll be honest, that's the thing I tell my friends, and they kind of, I don't know, give me a little look always. I'm like, no, 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 no. No, no. I'm doing very good mentally. I'm just, I've lived a good life. Like I've said before too, like my mom passing here at the end of her dementia journey and end of my caregiving journey is literally a chapter ending in my whole life. Like, and like right now, this is a new chapter in my life where I can do whatever I want in this life because I've already done everything I wanted to do, and I felt I was obliged to do in my first half already. Like I gave up my career to take care of my mom. Check. I don't I can pursue a career my whole life now if I want. Or well, you know, it's just I don't know. I hate to say it, I don't have any like family anymore except for my sister and relatives and friends. So it's like I don't have parents or kids, so I don't have to worry about that. I could be reckless. I could just fucking disappear right now and go over to Asia for like a year and a half and waste all my money or something, you know, or but the funniest thing, you know, like the reason I actually have some money in the bank is because I do what I'm doing, which is sitting on my couch playing video games I already own it. Like I go out to eat I think once a month maybe. I have never ordered DoorDash ever. I don't know who the fuck orders DoorDash wants fucking nasty shit food. I can go drive there myself and get it faster and cheaper and fresher. Fuck, I'll just sit down and eat if I'm gonna go out and get it. I mean, yeah, I don't know what the hell, man. What the fuck do people think? Do people really like cold, wet food delivered to them? That that just seems stupid, man, for the price you're paying. It's hilarious. Like in my day, when I was growing up, delivery food is all about delivering your food to you as fresh as possible, not fucking 30 minutes after picking it up, 3 stops after the call was made. Like, okay, people, the gig economy is fucking y'all over. Yeah, maybe you get more flexibility, but you know, this is like part of their plan, right? All this shit right now, like, if you want to talk conspiracy theory shit, I've followed that forever in my lives. I've seen them all, read them all, read them all. If you want to go conspiracy theories, well, the New World Order, all this shit that's happening right now, Anonymous actually called this back in 2000, let's see what year, 2018, there was a video Anonymous put out that I hate to admit, holy fuck, they were right! Like, the shit they were calling in those videos, that seemed so ridiculous at the time. But now looking back on it, on the last 5 years, I'm like, fuck, they called it. Like, political collapses, yeah. The shifting of society to a point where that employees are like slaves to their employers. Yeah, definitely working that way. Manipulation of crediting, how credit works, and buy now pay later schemes to instantly bankrupt people on fucking basic necessities. Check. Nah, I hate to say it, y'all. We are literally in a recession right now, and it's just not being said out loud. So take appropriate measures, financially speaking wise, with those thoughts in mind. The bull's gonna hit the wall and the bear's gonna break through like a Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah. I mean, as a guy that follows crypto, I mean, the price change action of Bitcoin right now should be hints at it. Cause I mean, we just hit yesterday 124,000. Now today we're down to 117,000. Gotta love $7,000 shifts in assets values within a 12-hour period, huh? Or it's even more fun when it does like 5 digits. God, I remember when I first watched crypto like in 2016, 2017, seeing the price then was like, Then, you know, the first couple run-ups of Bitcoin. Then after a while, if you follow crypto, you're just kind of like, yeah, I guess 7,000. Well, at least it wasn't 10,000. You know? Then again, yeah, probably would matter more if I had like like skin in the game still, you know, not being fully almost out of it. Which I gotta say, you know, that's why I can do what I'm doing right now is I got lucky on a couple coins back in the day. Ripple. I bought Ripple when it was worth 3 cents. I got Tron before it was even worth a penny. So when they kind of, you know, hit their $2 or whatever, I'm like, But one thing I always got to say to anyone in crypto, pay your taxes. Seriously. You make $500,000, you're going to have to pay probably $100,000 taxes. You know what? Paying $100,000 taxes is a problem I want to have. You want to have that problem. And you want to pay your taxes. Because there's 2 things in the U.S. that are guaranteed. Death and taxes. Because of fucking IRS. It's like, you know, that in the movies, that kid on the bicycle in, what was that? Better Off Dead? Where's my money? That's the IRS. They're gonna fucking garnish your wages. You can maybe think you can rent from the IRS, but if you have Social Security number, which you do, yeah, they will find you. It's like all those people with the PPP, small business loans, you know, scams that went on in COVID. Oh, do a look up on those videos. It's a good feel-good feeling of all those people that illegally applied for them and received the $10,000 and now are just getting put to jail. In jail and paying lots of fines and getting garnished wages. Yeah, I saw that happening. Like, that was literally like a honeypot the IRS and the government set up for people in COVID. Like, hey, you know what? Let's give people money, small business money, help them. Let's make it easy as hell because they need it right now. But let's make it easy as hell because they need it right now. Let's see what happens here. Yep, there's like, I remember hearing people doing that. I'm like, that is not going to end well. And, you know, the statute of limitations is on that. That is, I believe, 7 to 10 years. So you still have 2 more years or more, 2 to 5 years left to try to avoid getting arrested if you did commit PPP scam fraud. So, yeah. Okay. Here we go. So yeah, there we go. We just have totally went off the rails on the chat. Sorry, y'all. It's funny how we started up. My mom went down the emotional route. Now we're into the financial world and craziness. God, it's funny. I was watching this background NPC channel. Oh my god, hilarious! Because I found her on YouTube like 2 weeks ago. At that time, I was watching her K-pop demon hunters video. And at the time I was subscribed to her, she had like 263, I think, followers. And then like later the next week, I was scrolling through my recommended on YouTube and I saw Osmond Gold TV up and he was watching her. I'm like, oh shit. Sure enough, I go to her channel. She's up to 109,000 subscribers in literally 2 days. I'm just like, holy balls, you go girl. Because she did a good job. Very good delivery, a very nice voice too. And I'm just like, wow, that is like YouTube algorithm gold strike. And then she, I watched her last video she put out, and she had her YouTube 100,000 subscriber award already and everything. And she's like, to you 200, 300 people that were there before I went viral, thank you. I'm like, hey, patted myself on the back. But that was awesome. So great to see that. Like, wow. So go small YouTubers that are now big YouTubers that deliver good content. That's a funny thing, you know, like YouTube, the good YouTube out there content is really good. Like, but then the bad YouTube content and the cycle, the algorithm's a problem, really. Let's be honest. I followed YouTube. I've been on YouTube before, well, since YouTube's been YouTube. I'm that old. Like, my YouTube account's older than most people probably watching, if there is anybody watching now. So I think my demographics kind of skew younger, which is funny. I'm old, but but then again, you know, people think I'm younger than I am too, which because I'm so damn short. I'm only like 5'3", so, and I'm skinny as hell too. So you know, short and skinny gives the perception, I guess, of looking younger. And Probably doesn't help that I act like a goddamn kid too, you know. But yeah, it's crazy. Like YouTube's algorithm is just horrible. Like the way the algorithm works anymore, like I don't know who decided that this is a good idea, which this changed like 10 years ago, I hate to say it. Probably actually more 8 years it really changed. But basically they made it so instead of finding parallel content discovery, they're doing like directly like related. Like this is okay, for example, I watched a video on K-pop Demon Hunters and people loving it, watching it the first time. Okay, cool. Watch a video of that. Go close YouTube, come back. What's on my fucking recommended tab? Every K-pop Demon Hunter watch video YouTube has ever made. It's like YouTube. Do you understand? YouTube and Google does not understand how people work anymore. Like they have literally drank their own fucking Kool-Aid so bad that they've coded it into the website and Google and everything. Like when I look for something and I watch something that I've looked for, I don't want to see that goddamn same thing the next 50 times I go online. That's how people are being radicalized, if you think about it. It's obvious how the algorithms for YouTube social media are basically radicalizing people that are susceptible to it. Like, so let's say a right-winger comes on and does a search for, I don't know, whoever some right-wing fucking famous person is, Trump or whatever. Yeah, next time they go back on, you know what they're going to get? More and more of those same exact videos they watched over and over and over again. So yeah, radicalization, man, by repetition. Obvious, I mean. And that's the problem. Like, me, I'm not susceptible to those kind of influences. I'm very independently minded. So that kind of algorithm pisses me the fuck off because I want to find parallel topics related but not directly it, you know, like I want to find other animes like K-pop Demon Hunter that have similar stories where they were not given much attention but became fan successes. So like, I don't know, Cowboy Bebop stuff should pop up, you know. I mean, I know what my algorithm should be popping up if it was my algorithm. So basically, yeah. And I, you know, here's the thing, I don't think there's an algorithm anymore. I just think it's just fucking, I don't know what it is. Just like, it's the algorithm dumbed down so bad that it's not even an algorithm. Like, it's literally just like, oh, you watch this video, it has these hashtags. I'm gonna find every other video that has these hashtags and put them in a queue and then arrange them by most viewed, most popular viewed first on your recommended. Throw a couple of obscure ones in there and a few more that are just literally identical to what you just watched. There's YouTube's algorithm. Fuck. So God forbid I watch like one fucking video on John Deere mowers and how to change the deck out. Now I have a fucking feed of John Deere mower deck videos, which I don't give a fuck about. So seriously, YouTube, fuck off. Like, make your shit actually... Let me find new good shit, not the same topic. Identical videos that I have, like... And shorts are fucking... Short form video is the worst thing for humans, like, especially young people. Like, I was watching my sister, God, like I said, her and I get along great. But she's, like, not on TikTok, but she's on Facebook, and she watches Facebooks of TikTok. You know? Yeah? So, like, Facebook shorts, whatever they call them, meta shorts, I don't know. I haven't been on Facebook in over 5 years. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I watched her just scrolling through constantly for like an hour. Like, I could see and hear her, like, you know, listening to videos, and I'm like, as I'm sitting here like, well, I'm playing Pokemon Go, so what am I saying? But hey, I'm at least walking around outside. I'm just like, what the fuck are you watching? Like, no wonder people have brain rot. Like, those videos are, the people in these videos are fucking idiots, man. Like, we're like normalizing idiots. Idiocracy, man. It's a documentary. It's like non-fiction it started to become. Like, I remember when it first came out, Idiocracy, the movie, I'm like, oh boy, guys. You know, I feel like they might be on to something. Yeah. Sad. So I don't know. But I do got hope in the fact that all the younger people are like trying to replicate what us millennials for how we grew up, you know, with analog worlds not having everything on us, which I feel there might be a renaissance of pretty big tech era, like a comeuppance of going back to the late 90s, early 2000 level of tech, where instead of one thing doing everything, we now go back to one thing doing one thing really great, you know, like digital cameras, maybe purely, I don't know. I just feel it might be a good idea. I think kids just need not to have technology until a certain age. I grew up without technology, and it did not prevent me from being a very super fucking techie dude. It's actually the best thing that happened to me is that I didn't have technology. So I literally would get to play with it, but not own it every day and have it at my hand, and then I could see a correlation maybe between the analog and the digital world, you know? I don't know. Like I said, I always have said that the Zennial group of people have one of the biggest advantages in this world, unfortunately, in that we had to learn the old way, new way, and unfortunately see the errors of the new way. But the problem with our modern world is that money's driving everything. It's not the better society or better humans, unfortunately, like it used to be. Or at least back in the old days, the big companies pretended to be the motivation to better enrich humanity and society and move the world forward. Now it's like corporate America in the last 5 years just said, you know what, fuck it, we're not even gonna pretend. We're just gonna tell them we're just here for the fucking money and to bankrupt you and exploit you for you unexploit our workers. You know, it's like they're literally just said, you know what, fuck it, we've gotten away with so much shit in the last 5 years, 10 years, we don't even need to pretend anymore, we're just gonna blatantly be corrupt. And look, they are, and we're not doing anything about it. So let's just do this, everybody. Let's just stop buying shit. Quite literally, let's just stop buying anything that we don't need besides our food and necessities. Let's just do this for 1 year. To the video game players out there, don't buy any video games. Don't even buy GTA when it comes out. Just say, fuck you, industry. Because you know what? It's the only way that we can make them hurt is through our pocket, our wallets. Like, we don't buy stuff, that fucking hurts them. Look at Nintendo back in the day, 3DS. No one bought the 3DS. You know what it did? It fucking hurt them. What happened with the Wii U? No one bought the Wii U. What did that do? It fucking hurt them. Fuck Nintendo. Those greedy motherfuckers. Fuck you, Doug Bowser. You piece of shit. How the fuck did the board decide to elect the fucking enemy of your goddamn video game franchise as your CEO? You fucking idiots. Seriously. I hope you lose billions of dollars, which you will make billions again. But I'm sorry, rant here. I'm justified with my rant. Because I've fucking been in this industry before half the fucking people running Nintendo probably even were playing games for. I mean, like I said, I have my Atari 2600 staring at me right now. I have my Super Mario Bros. 3 Game Watch right on my shelf, the Game Boy behind it, a 3DS over here, my Link Zelda Special Edition, my Game Boy Advance. Yeah. I've bought fucking Super Mario Brothers 10 times, and I'm sick of it. I'm done. I'm not paying a single cent for anything Nintendo ever again. With that being said, I have every fucking Switch game at home right now on my server. And I'm promoting people to do the same, because fuck those assholes. So that's the thing that gets about Nintendo pissed me off. Is that they're quote-unquote a family-friendly console company. But yet, you're the first company to actively say we're going to start charging $80 for Mario Kart World. Super Mario Kart World, which... let's be honest here. I played fucking every Mario Kart. Nothing's changed. It's even worse now, though. I mean, now it's just a game of who gets the best power-ups at a certain point. It's not even fucking about racing, really. And Jesus Christ, have you seen the character select screen? Who the fuck built that thing? Jesus. I mean, God, what is wrong with the video game industry? Are they trying to actively sabotage their glory years? I mean, we were in video game glory year days, like the 5 years prior. Things are beautiful. 2000s, 2020s around, before pandemic. And even during the pandemic, like, the industry itself was thriving big time. That's, like, every industry during the pandemic got fucking cocky because they could dictate markets. And they think that's the path forward. But you know what? Y'all are in for a big, nasty wake-up call hopefully soon here. Because you know the first thing people stop buying when shit gets tough? It's video games. You know what the first thing they start doing? They start pirating the shit out of everything. Especially like videos and music nowadays. Well, videos services especially. Streaming services lost the plot, dude. They became the thing they were meant to replace. They have become the new legacy cable and satellite. It's actually cheaper to go and buy DirecTV nowadays than have all the streaming. Because with DirecTV or any of those providers, satellite providers, you can tie those into the apps and have all access to everything you'd pay for in the app almost, on the lowest tier. Heads up there, life hack. Go and buy like... Yeah, it's fucked up, huh? Nope. I am going to be getting a over-the-air TV tuner, network tuner, and HD home run tuner soon, and I will be doing all my own local DVRing of over-the-air channels, and then hosting that for my friends to then access if they would like to. Yeah, I'm basically just giving the stream service no finger the last 5 years. I plan to build up my NAS to about 100 terabytes here soon. Yeah. I'll show you how to do this. It's funny, I show my friends my streaming, they're like, wow. I'm like, yeah, Netflix ain't got none on me. My library's better. Everything I have is better than they have. Even my fucking, even all the various clients I can use are better, like Plex or Jellyfin or Infuse. Like, Netflix, your website sucks balls. Your fucking video stream rates are shit. I mean, I can find web downloads with better bit rates and better quality. And that's free! I'm not paying how many 15 to 25 bucks a month. And ads on a paid tier? Fuck you, streaming services. Fuck you. I'm gonna get probably demonetized today with all my swearing. I don't give a fuck. Because I mark these videos as not made for kids, because this is why I get ranty. And I just so disappointed with shit. It's like every industry right now is just trying to fuck you over, you know? Car industry. Hey guys, we heard you like to spend $60,000 or more for vehicles. How about we'll try to upsell our not luxury brand as a luxury brand? Nope. How about fuck off? How's that inventory lot doing there, Jeep? Oh yeah, awesome. How are those Wagoneers selling? $100,000 grand Wagoneers. Are you fucking serious? Those are the cheapest fucking Jeeps, most reliable Jeeps when I was growing up. All my friends in college had those things because you could fit a lot of shit in them, a lot of people. You could abuse the hell of them and they would just fucking last, and they're cheap again. Like, I see Suburbans out, I'm like, dude, that motherfucker probably paid over $100,000 for a fucking Suburban. They got you guys. They got you. I mean, that was like Escalades back in the day, or, you know, the primo SUV in the old days, and those are not even 50,000, 60,000 maybe at those days, and that was a lot, you know, but 100 fucking thousand. Like, I love watching YouTube videos on the people that go to the dealer lots all around the country to see what's on the lot and how long they've been there. Because, you know, I don't think people realize, but that's it's a little indicator of the economy, in my opinion, of what you have for new vehicle inventory sitting on lots. Because it's like, I don't know, it's like one of many things combined that can kind of give you an idea where the world is, and it ain't good. There's a lot of inventory. Oh, by the way, if I was anyone right now, do not buy a fucking new vehicle right now. I don't care what kind of vehicle it is. Well, okay, maybe a minivan. I have buddies that just bought minivans. I'm like, I get it. They're hard to find, good use, and yes. But yeah, do not buy a new vehicle right now. Holy crap, they're so overpriced. Like, and what the hell do they do with those vehicles that sat on lots for a year? Like, would you want to buy a vehicle that literally has not been driven for a year after it was rolled off the assembly line? I wouldn't. Cars are meant to be driven, not to be sat around. Even people that have collectibles, they fire it up every 3 months or so at least, and full, tunes they do every year. I remember I was at the import auto repair shop, or I used to bring my Mini between my maintenance schedules, whatever. And they had a red Lamborghini Countach, and the owner had in to get its yearly tune-up. I'm like, dude, I've always wanted to see one of those in real life. It was so sweet, actually. It was just like, it looked identical to the one I had on my Trapper Keeper. I was like, oh my god, wow. It was really pretty. Really. Yeah, the funny thing is, I could probably afford to buy one of those. But why? I live in Minnesota. Yeah, that's one thing that's kind of left my wants or needs nowadays is high-end sports cars. I think I'm good on those. I've bought my life. I've had 3 brand new cars in a row now. 2 custom-built ones. I'm good. Do I want a Lamborghini ever? No. Porsche? No. Nah, I don't think I really want anything. They're just too expensive and high maintenance. Like, that's the thing I realized, just even after owning just a Mini Cooper, is the maintenance costs on those kind of vehicles. Oh my god. Like an oil change on a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, it's like the cost of my insurance premium for 6 months. I mean, that's the craziest thing. Like, I'm in my mid-40s now, but my insurance for some reason is crazy low. Like, I pay $475 every 6 months for full coverage, and I got the highest level of coverage on everything. Even though I did leave my deductible at like 1,000 for my cars. I paid off my car, so I don't need any of that. Was it gap insurance or whatever? And I figure I have money saved up for 1,000 saved up to make my deductible if I do get an accident. And I also keep all the rental coverage on too, and glass coverage. Glass coverage recommended, people. Oh my gosh. And if you do have a chip on your windshield, get glass coverage, wait 2 months, then cash it out. That's what I actually did. I had a chip in my windshield. I forgot didn't have glass coverage. I'm like, oh shit. Put it on, waited 3 months, like, oh yeah, I think I need to do a claim. So, worth it. Yeah, it's funny, the safe like glass people I have in my area, they're really good actually. I've had them do a chip on this Mini and my other one too, and they were able to actually fix the chip without even taking the windshield out. Which I was glad, because I think I got that chip about 2 months after I got my Mini. Which I gotta say, I think I bought my Mini, custom Mini, at the perfect time too. So I literally got my Countryman delivered to me in October 31st, 2019. So it was a year right before the pandemic hit, I had my custom Mini built, and knock on wood, it's been solid as hell. Like, I had the thing is, my Mini has everything, like every option. That's why I bought a custom one, is I wanted like the illuminated interior dash and all the, what else did everything, basically all the checkboxes. I checked them all. Yeah, I was cool before I had a $60,000 SUV before it was cool to have one. I'm not proud of that. But I justified it in that I was going to keep this Mini probably until it dies here. So we're on year 6, coming up on, and knocking wood solid. And even though I've been tempted, honestly, if I could find a way to straight up trade my Countryman for a GP3 Mini, I would do it in a heartbeat. Because I don't need to have any seats anymore. I'm a single man again. I don't have anybody to be driving around, really. So I think, maybe I will trade in my Mini eventually for a used. I thought about a used M2, actually. Because, I think I want a used M1. I like those, the M series, the 1 series. They're pretty cool. The 2 doors. But, I don't know. Countryman is really solid. The new Mini Countrymans, oh my god. Every time I bring my Mini in, I just brought it in yesterday actually, or this week to get an oil change, and I specifically requested as my loaner vehicle one of the brand new hardtop ones because I had the basically the newer model, redesigned model version of my Countryman, the new one, and that thing is so fucking huge and just it's horrible. Like, Mini, you are losing us people that love you, which I guess maybe you don't care about because you get new customers buying the Countryman, but us hardcore Mini maniacs, we do not like your design choices. You're making Minis look like fucking Hyundais. We don't want a fucking Hyundai. I know what the design influences are coming from. The rear taillight design for the new Minis is based upon BMW's new modern taillight design. But here's the thing, BMW. Mini is Mini, not BMW. There's a reason why we buy Minis. I could have bought an X1 or an X2 instead of my Countryman. But I bought a Mini because it's Mini. It's fun. It doesn't take itself too seriously. We're quirky. We're weird. We love. Stop taking the soul out of your vehicles. Like making like a Tesla with a big screen in there. I hate the touchscreen Minis right now. The new one. I look at the interior of my 2020 JCW Countryman and looked at the brand new Countryman 2025, 2026 models, and yeah, fucking ugly, man. Like, trying to change the seat heaters, I have to add it to my touchscreen. I just hate that. Like, the whole, even just this ignition, how to start and put your fucking Mini into drive, feels like a joke. There's no, like, actual shifter. It's all stupid little knob on a dashboard. I'm like, this is the chintziest. This feels like a fucking Fisher-Price Hasbro Power Toys car. Like, it felt like. Oh my god, now I think of it, yeah, when I started the Mini with the turn thing, it literally felt like a Power Wheels key, the plastic key. Holy shit, I gotta let Mini know that. And, yeah, like, it's funny, like, I was telling the dealership, too, of, like, my service advisor, I'm like, guys, what the hell, like, I'm so disappointed. And they're like, yeah, we've heard that from a lot of people that have owned Countrymans. They're like, does Mini realize that the people they're pissing off like me that are Mini owners, we're the guys that spend the most money on Minis. Like, the last two Minis I had, the only two Minis I ever had were custom builds, and they were well beyond the price of any Mini I could have bought in the showroom that was right there same year. No, I want to fucking check all the boxes. And that's another thing, too, they've done now, is that Mini has literally taken customization away on the builder. It's just a shit show of options. Like, they just package it all together in these trim levels that are not worth it, really. I mean, sorry, rant. I'm a Mini fanboy, so. Or was a Mini fanboy. Now, at this point, I'm just gonna, like, I think I'm just gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn my little Countryman in the next 5 years here into, like, a rally Countryman. So I realized I don't need to go fast anymore. It still goes fast. It'd be fun to kind of have a little bit of a more rugged look to it, like get a brush guard and get, maybe beef up some, nah, you know what? Nah. Who am I kidding? I'm just gonna leave it as is. If anything, I might look to get the ECU tune to get the purple pops back, because I fucking love that immature backfiring noises that the old Minis had. Oh my god, my little coupe I had a 3-inch downpipe exhaust on that thing. Holy fuck. If you wanted some exhaust goodness, that thing sounded so ridiculously good for a little Mini. Like, I remember people would be asking me, like, what is that? Is that a little Porsche or something? I'm like, oh no, it's a little Mini Cooper. Like, really? I've never seen one like that. I'm like, yeah, that's why I got them. That coupe it's the only coupe designed Mini ever made, and it sold horribly. Even though I love it, it was so much fun. Like, I was like, that was a vehicle, if you didn't want to ever get attention at a gas station, you don't want to buy that vehicle. So I would, everywhere I went, no matter, just getting my normal gas every week, someone would always come over and start chatting me up about my car, like, hey, dude, what is that little, like, I really like that. I'm like, and of course, first thing I would ask would be, does the top come down? Is that a hard top convertible? Nope, nope. It's just a hard top that looks like a baseball hat. Which I got a kick out of. That was like the number one question. I actually have a T-shirt that says the same thing I did. No, it does not come off. The craziest thing is that, I was taking care of my mom up in that small town. At the nursing home when she was there after she broke her hip, I was leaving to go back to the cities while my sister took over for a day or two. And as I was leaving, I literally saw in the parking lot the exact car I had, that coupe, in the exact color scheme, paint scheme, and everything. And this is a car that was sold total numbers of like 6,000 nationwide over 4 years. So like the rarity of seeing one on a day-to-day basis is very slim. So I saw that, I'm like, oh my god, no way. So, well, I don't know, just crazy how the world is. I feel like if you pay enough attention to the world, you'll see the patterns, or the world will see you and start paying attention to you. I don't know how, it sounds really weird to say, but it seems like things that I tend to focus on in the world start becoming more prominent in the world. But that might just be a matter of my perception of paying attention to something, like when a friend gets a new car you never paid attention to, then the next thing you know, you start seeing that car everywhere. But the reality is probably that the car has just been there all the time, you just haven't been paying attention to it. So, yeah, I don't know. Some weird observations that I like to ramble about that probably don't make any sense and probably aren't even observations, but like I say, I always like to put it out there. Let the universe know that we see it. The whole I see you, I hear you thing that I've talked about previously in streams that us caregivers say to each other, other fellow caregivers, It's kind of crazy to think, The funniest thing I realized after not working the last 7 months? That I don't feel like I haven't done any less than I have if I had been working 7 months. Like I've gotten more done personally in the last 7 months than I have in the last 7 years working. Because you know what? I never focus on things that I would want to do. Like what did I do yesterday, for example? Let's see. Yesterday, for example, what did I do? Well, let's see. Yesterday was Wednesday, so I woke up at like 10:30, I think it was, because I didn't go to bed till like 5 a.m. yesterday, for some reason. Couldn't sleep, so I just, whatever, played video game, or watched a bunch of old TV I have, and woke up yesterday, made a little breakfast, took a shower, brushed the teeth, went out for a little walk, played a little Pokemon Go while I was walking, because I have some, oh my god, Pokemon stops all over the place here in gyms. It's a good thing about living next to a light rail line and public transportation, you have a lot of Pokestops. Did that, came back, vacuumed my condo and did some dusting, and then went through a box of cards I had from when I was a kid, and sorted through all that, and then later on that night, my buddy came over, we watched The Phoenician Scheme, which I gotta say, actually, I liked a lot. I wasn't the biggest fan of Asteroid City or The French Dispatch, but I did enjoy The Phoenician Scheme, actually. Wes Anderson movie, newer one. It was fun. And, the lesson in that movie, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but you'll figure it out at the end, I hope. It's Wes Anderson, so, it's beautifully shot, like, very pleasing on the eye. And how he arranges the scenes, and the framing of like scenes too are just, him and his geometrical aesthetics and balance is pretty amazing. Like my eyes when I see some of the scenes in the movies that he has, just like, oh, that feels good. That looks just right. It's the right balance of squares and the right positioning and weighting. My eye is properly going around the frames to where he wants me to see, and yeah. Like, Wes Anderson movies are definitely movies that are worth watching at least 5 times, I would say. I think every movie's worth watching 5 times, even the bad ones. Even though I don't pay attention to those. Like, I watched Megan 2.0 recently, like, a couple times now. And you know what? I hate to admit it, I find it entertaining, honestly. Like, like the first Megan, that was kind of more of a horror thriller, sci-fi thriller, where it's new Megan's more of a thriller action way, and not even horror at all, really. So, you could tell they, quote unquote, sold out, if you want to call it that, I guess. I don't know, it's funny, people that we always like to criticize entertainment, or movies and stuff so much, and it's like, you know what? In the end of the day, it's just meant to entertain us. And sometimes the entertainment isn't even from the movie itself, it's talking about it. The really bad movies are so bad that they're good. Yeah, that's one thing I realized too. I gotta like probably start playing some new games again. I don't know. I think I might break out an old RPG I haven't played in a while. I might actually go back old school. I set up RetroArch on my Apple TV recently, and now have my two PS4 DualShocks paired to my Apple TV, and I'm thinking about breaking out some good old Chrono Trigger or Secret of the Mana. I haven't played those two in a long time. I used to play Chrono Trigger once a year and beat it, try to get all the endings. I only got up to I think I got 9 of the, was it 15 endings that they have? Or maybe it's only 10. But yeah, that game still ranks as probably my favorite. I would consider the best game ever made, is, I would say, Chrono Trigger. It defined the genre, implemented so many modern day mechanics like Game Plus One, time travel implementations. So good, so good. And Square Enix, man. They were just such a powerhouse of the 2D RPG era. I still remember though, Final Fantasy 13 for PS3. Oh my god, that was such a shit show of a game. That was the only Final Fantasy up to 13. 13 was the first and only Final Fantasy I never beat up to that point. Like, I had played and beat every Final Fantasy up to then. I remember 8 was so good. So, honestly, 7 was good. Overrated in my opinion, just because it was, the first on the PlayStation, but 8 and 9 is really where it's at in my opinion with Final Fantasy games. I think 9 was probably the best. The design, the overhead style, yeah, it was good. It was good. 10 was fun too, but I kind of didn't play 10 until after the fact, because during the PS2 era was when I was really getting into computers, and that the PS2 era, Xbox era was the time period in which hardware just outpaced everything software had to offer. Basically, that was the era that the game Crysis became, the idea for Crysis became a reality. Was then. There was nothing that could push any hardware at the point. I was literally, the graphics cards were so not even crazy then, those days. What was that running back in those days? Oh man, a GeForce 8? I don't even know if it was double-digit number of schemes at that point yet, SKUs. I think we're still in the single number of SKUs. But I remember that, I could run everything, oh my god, Max Payne, any game out there, I could run, max settings. So at that point, I didn't even play, I went away from consoles in the PS2 Xbox era, then got back into consoles halfway through that cycle, because my buddy got an Xbox on launch, and I kind of followed it, and then found out there were people working on modding it, and they're making breakthroughs, and by that Christmas, the next Christmas, the mod community finally had a mod chip out, Sorrow's one, and I went down that route, and I asked my buddy, hey, if I get this mod chip and install it, can I install it on your Xbox? If I break it, I'll buy you a new one. And he's like, okay, go ahead and do it. So I got the the Matrix mod chip, put it on the Xbox, and thus begins my Xbox or my console modding world, journey or whatever. From there, it was all downhill. I mean, then you get into soft modding, and that was the world went from like hard mods to soft mods, and that was like that made the modding world mainstream then. But yeah, that was good times. That's yeah, and then I went back to console gaming after that, after the modding world. I'm like, you know what? And then PC gaming was getting to the point where every month we're finally getting games that were gonna break that you needed to actually buy new hardware for finally. Hardware was starting to be finally outpaced by the software. And that's when Crisis was released around that time too, right at the beginning of the end of PS2, early PS3 era was when that, came out that basically melt everybody's computer setup and say your setup's not that good. Like I remember people like, oh yeah, look my setup, but does it run Crisis? It does, but on low settings. So, so yeah. Oh man, I forgot to upload my base. Oh, this could be interesting. I forgot to do that. But yeah, that's crazy. I've seen a lot of fun stuff. Like every generation, sees stuff. It's a matter of whether you pay attention in your life, to see what's happening around you and recognizing it, and then being to look back and appreciate your participation in the era. Whereas some people don't even participate and just they're in the era, but they just don't even. And then down the road, they're like, "What? That was going on then?" I'm like, "Yeah, I told you about this stuff. You guys could have been involved." That's one thing too. Like, I wish my friends would take me up on my advice I offer them at times, because I'm like, guys, I've been pretty right on a lot of shit these days. Could have made you a lot of money doing this. But never mind. I don't also want them listening either and losing money. So vicious, I love how I'm just gonna leave that as the. Yeah, that's good enough for now. Okay, I'll do a better screenshot. I'll at least get the base. Yeah, I was gonna make like a crash spot here for my base to make it look like the remnants of what happened. We crashed here and couldn't get the ship working, so we just decided to call it home and hope we had someone come through the portal to help fix our ships. Yeah, I build a lot of role-playing stuff in my head always in this game, which, that's why I like this game, is that the plot is what I want the plot to be. The storyline, the backstories, the character arches, or whatever. And I think that's why a lot of us older people love this game more. Like, a lot of times the younger people, I'm not meaning to generalize or anything, but a lot of times, like, some of the younger kids are like, what do you do in this game? Like, well, you make your own play? Well, per the box in the description, it's a survival exploration game in space where you try to reach the center of the galaxy, I guess, if you need a goal. But in the reality, most of us end up just base building and hopping around, and who knows, becoming space bakers, all that fun stuff. I'm so old, I remember when these things didn't have a purpose and couldn't even be activated, and we thought you'd have to follow these flags on monuments to activate them, or something to do with the big ball that you'd find once in a while. Yeah, this game, man, I tell ya, I love the mystery of it. Even though it's funny, it's like we know all us that play the game know how it works, everything about it, but yet there's a part of us deep down inside that wants to believe that there's stuff we don't know about the game that's somehow hidden in the game that have yet to find, And watch, like 10 years from now, Sean Murray be like, oh yeah, we actually built a real life-size Earth and hid it in the game in one of the galaxies, in Galaxy 221, in this coordinates, and no one ever found it. Here's the portal glyphs. Go and see our world we created, I would love to hear like something like that. That'd be just brilliant. And you know what? They could easily get away. You know what I want, honestly? I've been saying this for a while, but what I want for next year's 10th anniversary, I want an expedition, and I want it to be called... I want Expedition... Let's see what it'd be. I want Expedition 21 to be... What would be a good name? Promises. That's what I want it to be called, Promises. And you know what that expedition would be? The expedition for me on next year's 10-year anniversary would be called Promises, and the expedition itself would be basically we would get teleported to a brand new galaxy for the expedition that's 100% crafted by Hello Games, the area we're going to be in, and it's literally the pre-launch trailer worlds are all there that we get to explore and duplicate the trailers and everything we saw. Wouldn't that be fucking amazing? And just a awesome self-awareness kind of full loop back, like, you know what? Remember those launch trailers that everyone got hyped for and caused the crash, the craziness, the hype train to go off rails, and then the first week to be chaotic and the refunds and all the drama? Well, here we go. We're going to give you that, but you actually get to play it and see it for real. Like, we actually built it. That would be fucking epic. Or maybe even better yet, I think we might be getting more game modes to maybe have what I'm going to say is wrong. I think they're going to add legacy game mode. What's legacy game mode? Legacy game mode is a reverting of the aesthetics and the world back to No Man's Sky Foundation versions. That's separate from a separate server, maybe. I don't know. I'm just spinning. I'm hoping. I'm pulling things on me arse. Okay, let's go back to the beautiful bakery. Sea Monkey Sweets. So yeah, there's a lot of things. I really honestly was very disappointed though in Expedition 16 having no callouts to the number 16 and the universe and how we look at 16, in the world, in the game. Anywho, I gotta get some more coffee here and use the bathroom. BRB. Man, I don't know how that works out, but every time I teleport to this base, this is a spot it always puts me in. I'm like, that's a pretty perfect place to teleport into especially when I do that and I'm like, go step away. I'm like, oh man, that's yeah. Oh, hang on. Oh, I gotta check out my sunset viewing spot. Yeah, I make spots in my base to view things. Oh, here it comes. There's the chair. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, that's freaking glorious. I even got the framing like that. Okay, we're just gonna watch the sunset come up. I should be per my stream title, chill. We'll have to do some chill stuff here instead of ranting. Well, I mean, we get the full adventure of emotions from me. Got the joy, the sorrow, the crying, the happy, the angry, the annoyed, the meh, and now we got the relax. Yep, that's a pretty good spot for a chair. Yeah, the water though, the last updates they did, looks so good. Just so good. Okay, we made it past golden hour now. It's probably about 7 o'clock. Up 6:15. Yeah, 6 o'clock in the morning and night. It's always golden hour in the game. In case you're wondering. Yeah, yeah. Good times, good times. Let's go check the neighbor out and see how they're doing. Go fly by the neighbor's little farm over here. I love how he's on the other side. If I go on this hill, I can actually see their base. I mean, that's just cool. I just like that I have a neighbor, you know? I always say that. I thought about building on that big island, but that's just so much real estate. This base, though, is so cool. Dubai style. Yeah, that's such a cool design, man. What a great use of, like, frickin'... Yeah. Awesome. I swear they've been adding more stuff again, too. Yeah, they added that big pillar recently. Nice. Thanks, buddy. Let's go check out the neighborhood. This is where I hang out these days. As you'll see here with my... Yep, there, and up there. This is actually Galactic Hub space, so it's kind of fun. I like this being in civilized space, as I call it. That way you get to see a lot of different bases, and you have people popping into your game all the time, and yeah, it's just kind of fun. If you get bored, you can just kind of go fly around, check out other people's bases, or if you need resources, man, like any of the flora stuff, you can always find like bases dedicated to that, or mines or farms for like specific. I'm not in the mood to fight anything on the space station. Sorry guys, you're on your own, citizens. Hang on. I wish I could just call my like freighter right next to it and have it just destroy that dreadnought. That'd be so cool. I bet you we'd get something like that soon, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of potential, you know, in this game still, of things they could do. I think, honestly, though, realistically, my realistic expectations for the next major update, Worlds Part 3, is going to be... First biggest thing they're going to work on? Points of interest. They haven't been touched since Foundation. They're going to redo the building designs. A lot more varied designs, I feel. Another item we haven't seen them touch on yet in a long time. Let me think here. Other items they can touch on. Oh, obviously, exocrafts. We're going to get upgrades. Upgradable. We're finally going to be able to upgrade exocraft stuff like our storage and technology slots. And I bet there's going to be a whole quest line in the game itself added that they'll introduce the new storage slot, like these kind of things for exocrafts, because we can't actually expand anything in there right now. Like I ran out of spots for my Minotaur and all the tech I have, so I feel like that's gonna be part of the next one is exocrafts, points of interest. I think we're gonna get more expanded frigate, freighter stuff too, and maybe base building stuff. Like I feel like it's gonna be. What could they call it? What would be the emoticon they use. That'll be interesting to see what the tweets will be. I feel like that's going to be the next ones, big ones, really. And maybe they redo the beginning new game tutorial to just be a mini expedition, you know? And you get the golden vector as completing the first game tutorial. That would be fucking awesome. They should do that, honestly. So every time I do an expedition, the way they start off expeditions, to, you know, before you can leave space, before you make it off the planet, that whole, how they accelerate that intro part, that would be perfect for new players. Because I think a lot of people they kind of get put off by the first 10 hours of the grind. But with expeditions, when you start those, the grind in the beginning is way less grindy because they will give you a mad boost to get you further ahead, you know. Which, you know, I get in the new game tutorial, they're trying to teach you all the crazy amount of things that you can do. But the expedition does a pretty good job of it too, so... And you could, you know... I don't know, I think that'd be the right way to do it. And then I think we'll see, you know, more expansion on the storylines on the autophage and the, I don't think we'll see another race added, because there's already... Well, you never know, I mean, we have all those other people we met at this anomaly, you know. What am I doing? I don't need any of that stuff. I have way... Oh, hey, look at that, all the blasphemy going through it. Plated. Oh, it's funny, I ran out of, like, navigation data, actually, recently. Reloading. It's funny, every once in a while I do run out of that navigation data. Oh, well. Let's see this dude's slaying. I always buy this stuff just to have a stack of in my freighter. I don't know why. Oh, these are very handy when you go through Black Hole, or go through the center. And I could buy more to make food stuff with these, but I'm kind of taking a break from my bacon. I was doing bacon for about 2 weeks straight there, and I got all baked out. Hey, yo! I got baked! Which I did, actually. Oh, dear Lord. Thank God I don't have kids. If I had kids, they'd be a constant eye roll with me being around. I guess with my buddies' kids, I hang out with them and I get to break out dad jokes all the time, and they just give me that look like, dude, you're not even a dad. What are you doing? That was horrible. I'm like, I know, right? And like, yeah, it was good though. You know what? I tell people, my advice to people as you get older, you know, try to mentally keep your youth, but at the same time embrace your age too. Like, play into it, lean into it, man. Like, being a mid 40-year-old, I lean into my age at times, especially when talking to young people. Like, I just go with it and exaggerate it. But then also, you know, I'm very up to date on most of the stuff kids are into these days, and so they'll be talking about stuff, and I'll chime in, and they'll just kind of look at me like, "What? You know what that is?" I'm like, "Yeah, oh, of course I do." What do you think? I'm old? I'm like, wait, I am old, but hey, I'm an old man with a lot of free time. So, yeah, you know, it's variety. My mom always said that, and variety's the spice of life. And like she also told us too, she didn't tell us not to do things, but she always told us, if you're gonna do something, just know in moderation, anything in moderation, you do. Easier said than done, right? Oh, I always do this. Go in a complete circle around the overseer office. Yeah, I kind of wonder if we're going to see more. I want to see the frigate expeditions tie in with the settlements more. Like those kind of things. Like, I think we might see more hooking together of systems that got introduced that don't seem like they relate to anything. Okay, maybe it could be called Unity, actually. World's Update Part 3, Unity. I don't know. I like to guess stuff like that for some reason. Happiness. Oh wait, did I give him a bonus? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. Gotta reward my workers, you know. I keep talking about how, you know, employers just suck, so I'm like, I better be a good one. Oh, this is why I want it to be points of interest. This settlement is literally in like a point of interest like haven. Like there's literally 9 points of interest surrounding this thing. I think this is the right place. Wait, no, never mind. I'm in Nipnipville. This is the different one. Let's go to that one. Let's go to Kiz's Pass. Wait, there's the office. It's kind of selfishly kind of wants point of interest updates because I have a settlement here that's like literally in the most ideal spot if they do update them. Like, I don't know what it is with this planet, the area I'm at on this planet, but it's like kind of a glitch in the RNG, I think. And literally there's like, if I fly around my area, probably about 10 to 12 points of interest within, I want to say, 1,000 U's. So I was actually going to abandon this settlement because this is back in the old Galactic Hub space before they moved this last spring. But I decided to keep it because I'm like, you know, points of interest are due for an update. I wish our photo mode camera was detached from our player, so I had more areas to look. Yeah, this settlement is fully built out. It's at S-Class, every building. Oop, yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's look at points of interest. We have, oh, there's one, right there. Oh, there's another one over there, the little tower thing, holodeck. Where my settlement is. Let's see here. Oh, there's one over there in that corner. And there's that one right there next to my settlement. Oh, and there's another one right there next to my settlement. And then there's a big archive over on the other side of this hill, or on that side. So yeah, there's a lot of like. We'll go fly around. Let's see here. Oh yeah, there's boundaries everywhere too. Okay, so let's see here. There's settlements. We got that guy there. Let's go this way. Of course, I go the direction that there's nothing. Wait, no, there's one there, a beacon. Of course, the wrong direction. Feels like this direction where all the points of interest were. You got that one there, that one there. I think there's like one over here now. There's a little minor settlement there. Oh, there's no one over here. Yeah. Look at that, there's 2 holodeck towers right by each other there. Then I got a manufacturing plant here. Oh yeah, what's over here? Just some settlements and there's something other. Yeah, it's crazy, like all the stuff on this planet, like this area. Wait, where's my big archive at? I think that's over here. Yeah, over here. I have a marker. Yeah, look at that. You got one of these big old guys here too. Which actually, hang on, I have some stuff I can try trading in. Yeah, we'll try trading some of these in if they will let us. Oh. What the heck? Why is that not stacking? You see that? Oh, it's like it says Ford. Oh, I'm dumb. Never mind. Ha! Yeah, it's not the same thing. I'm like looking at it, it's a totally different item. Like, why isn't this? Oh, yep. It's not being brilliant. Okay. You know, I didn't realize that on the ground here, there's several more of these places you can put stuff in and trade in. Oh, never mind. Once you use them, they're used. I thought they would clear themselves. Well, never mind. I guess that was a wash. Yeah, it's just like crazy amounts of points of interest here, which is wild. What's nearby here? I wonder if I see something here. Oh, yep. Yeah, there's another thing. Another thing! So yeah, so I hope points of interest get updates, because I have a lot of them. I have every type around me, so... Yeah, I don't know what the algorithm was doing in this planet, but hey, I'll take it. Oh, everything's got to reload in again. I just love doing that to stuff on the ground. Like, oh, you know, I could use some carbon. Okay. Actually, they actually gimped that. You used to be able to just get crazy hundreds of resources by doing that. Now you only get like 10, 20, if even. Oh wait, no, I had everything filled up my ship. That's why. Never mind. Okay, let's take a look here. What we need to do, and then we'll hop on over to the next one. And should probably make some food, I realize. Oh man, this last week I've been messing around my Ursat's TV setup on my server, and oh, I'm so annoyed right now. I moved my setup to a Windows 11 computer because fucking Windows 10 support's ending, and whatever. Do it now, then later. I have extended support and everything, but... So I did that. Everything was working beautifully on Windows 10. Flex working great in Windows 11. Everything else working great. My Home Assistant, Homebridge server's running good. Except for fucking Ursat's TV. It's like, oh, I'm having so many issues with it right now. But, I hate to say it, I think it might be my Apple TV Plex client. That's the one thing I don't like about Apple TV. The only thing is not even Apple TV's fault, it's Plex's fault. Plex's Apple TV client is so shitty compared to the Roku client. Like Roku, I like Roku, but I hate the ads. And I love the Apple TV's quality and audio output because I have all these Apple devices. But I hate the Plex app on Apple TV right now. It's such a downgrade back. I swear to God, it's like Plex developers and are working on the iOS and iPad and Apple TV clients don't fucking use it or haven't ever used the Roku app ever before to know what features they're missing, and it annoys the fuck out of me. Like, again, because that's what I used to do. I test software and package it, and I work with users all the time for law firm, and I would actually have to fix fucking problems the software makers did with their software that my users wanted fixed. So I'd be like literally patching apps that I had no business patching, customizing them or whatever, because the stupid manufacturers, software developers wouldn't do it to start with. But anyhow, rant. Wah, my what hurts. I'm a whiny baby at times, aren't I? I admit it. But hey, you know what? If you don't complain, things never get taken care of. People don't know there's a problem unless you tell them there's a problem, unfortunately. I guess it's a matter of how you do it, but still. You see something, you say something. It goes, applies to many facets of life, aspects, situations. I mean, it's a funny way to think about it now. I mean, if I'm just in the world and understanding and looking at all the theories and stuff out there in the world and our existence. And it just seems like the mere act of observing of anything in this world is one of the most valuable things that keeps the world running. I don't know how if I can vocalize what I'm trying to think here, but it seems like our mere act of observing something has such a profound effect on everything. Like it brings things into existence, into a state of definition, you know? Kind of got deep there, I guess, in a way. I wanted to. But yeah, no, it's funny. Us humans. Oh, let's go to servants. Oh, let's go in the bakery. We'll just go sit down here and contemplate the realities of life. Oh, what? Oh, come on. Let me sit on my couch. It's funny how the... There we go. Okay. Yeah. I'm like sitting by the fireplace. That's not a bad view of the bakery, you know? Look at look at all the meteorites outside there. Falling stars. I feel like I could put some more stuff in there, but I don't want to be overcrowded though. I feel like it's the right amount of business without being too busy. Too much business. My sad little bedroom. Maybe one of these... Oh, you know what's going to be in Update 3? The ability to lay down in our beds. Oh, come on, just let me lay down here. Hang on, though. I guess I could... I haven't done this before, I guess. We could just... sit down on our beds. Hey! Okay. Hang on. I got a little picture here, then. You're like a little kid now. Oh, where'd I go? Oh, weird. Okay, now if I go to camera mode. Oh, wow, isn't that weird? The weirdness. So that's the closest we got to laying in beds is to sitting on our beds, so... Hang on, look at that. It's my, my pin-up, photo we're gonna do here. Hanging out in my bed. Yeah, let's see here. Let me, try to do some photo fun. Let's mess around with some depth of focus. Try to get everything in focus, close focus, blur the background. That's the money spot. Click the filter for fun. I like that. A little more raw. Alright, there we go. We got our thumbnail for the stream. Well, I guess we can't lay on our bed, but we can sit on them, I guess. But come on, I want to lay down on my bed. You know, I think we're done baking for the week. We had a pretty good, let's see, okay, the sun comes up over here, so the shadow, I don't want to put my... Yeah, if I put my freighter here, the shadow will cause the game to slow down. Which is pretty cool that it casts a shadow on the ground, actually. So we'll put it over here. Oh, electrical anomaly. God, I love that. Let's see here. How is our bait? Let's move some stuff around. This is kind of my therapy, is inventory management. Everything has its spot. This is the way I create order in a world of chaos, is by having... Which I totally get now, like why autistic ADHD people do this stuff, because it does... It gives you control in a controlled environment, it feels like, you know? Like everything has its spot, a place for it. Which, I guess that's probably why it brings me relief. It gives me a sense of control and consistency, I guess, and order, I guess. Whoa. Trying to think out deep here, yo. Okay, cool, we're good. Let's, I should upload this one more time. Yeah, I kind of like my little makeshift bacon sign I made. It's kind of fun. I always like, motion sense, proximity-based lighting, Try to be green here, even though we're using solar power, but still. I think I got all these set up now. Yeah, there we are. Bedroom lights, too. Yeah, that's not set up. Hang on. Oh, yeah, I gotta hook up, that goes there to there. Oh, yeah, if I need to put this onto some power, eh? Well, now I'm stuck. Yeah, it's funny, I like kind of building these little power pylons in a way. That way I know if electricity's out too, they're lit up. Well, that is until once HG fixes the color of these. This should be brown, not green. Oh yeah. I was wondering what my... Hey, there we go. Ah, we got some light in the bedroom now. I was wondering why I felt dark. Some lights here are working too. Okay. These were all just always on, Yep, on. I'm digging this style. This thing is so out of place, though. What would be a good piece to put there? Oh, I know. How do I want to do this? Let's see, I want to do one of these. Like a triangle. Okay, we have to try. Now. We can make this. That's fun here, maybe with this. If I have find something I can project properly. Ooh, look at that thing. That's huge. Holy shit. Oh, look, is this like... Oh yeah, let's see here. Ooh, here we go, fauna. Oh, these are freaky looking things. Yeah, I don't know. We'll do flora. Anything cool here? It's a pretty cool looking plant. I want something that glows. I could use that one. Oh, hey, fishing records. Oh, can't pin these, so. Did I get all the fossils yet? Wow! Holy crap! I'm really close to finishing this. I didn't know. I thought I was way off. Oh, I suppose, the missions at the space anomaly that have you dig up stuff. Oh, cool. Fishing, though, man, I have a long ways to go. I mean, I've gotten them. These ones here, I've gotten. How did I get these? Oh, my expeditions, I must have got this stuff on. Because these I haven't discovered yet. Wait, what the heck? Got all the boots. This is the cylinder. Child of you. Yeah, when you release this one, that helps you get the helmet with the jellyfish. Okay, sorry, I just totally got caught up in my crap here. I think I was gonna use. Oh, let's see, largest. Oh, this thing's a freak. Yeah, that would scare the shit out of me. So nope, we're not gonna put that one out there. Okay, well, hang it. All right, let's try it again. I'm just gonna put a planet for now. My first gas giant. Yeah, looks cheesy. You know what? Oh, hang on. I should make a tower with this. Okay, there we go for now. Oh, that's gonna mess my view up, isn't it? Do I like that? I don't like that. Nah, so it goes. Okay, it looks good just like that. I should have put the terrarium out here, huh? I feel kind of bad leaving him out by himself, though. Yeah, it's fun. They added, new parts again, and just fail to have uses or scenarios in which I want to use some of these parts. Like that's a cool part, but where the hell am I going to use that for? I guess I don't have an autophage themed base or like this. That's cool, but I'd rather have a campfire than this. Oh my god, I would love a campfire. Okay, you know what? Maybe I'd put a big totem at the end here. One totem to rule them all. That looks cheesy. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, I'm never opposed ever to this, but problem is, what if I put this preference? I don't know. Do this. Well, let's just play with the idea, dude. Oh, my God. Yeah, no. No, no. I ain't feeling it. I think I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna try this. Stone windows. Kind of ugly, aren't they? Grill. See, now if I put a heart down here, it's not gonna match the color of this, so it's so annoying. Stone. I don't want to cover the cover over here. Oh, I think I know what we're doing. Come on, go over here this way. Oh, it's snapping. Okay, I'll have to do it this way. I like having the shelter, but I don't know if it's how it feels. Let's see how it looks up here. How about from afar? Does it fit in? It does fit my design ethos, I guess, but Um, you know, I think I will keep it for now. I mean, it's an easy deletion, 4 parts. We'll see if I like it. I feel like I gotta change the material colors of these. It is nice having a little shelter, even though this planet doesn't have any storms, but... we'll go with it. Oop. Hey, butterflies. Okay, let's see this. Oh my gosh, how much milk do we have here, I wonder now? Oh yeah, we got a little milk. Okay, I bet I need to fill up the feeder. Sorry guys, I talked to my animals just like my dad did to the cows. That's one thing, you know, growing up, my mom and dad, we had a beef farm, and we did corn and wheat and grain or whatever. So I always got to grow up hanging out with animals, you know. So I was like, I love animals. Little cows. I mean, I remember springtime. My dad would always get up. We'd always tell my dad the first calf being born of the year that we wanted to go out with him to the barn in the morning when the first mama had her first calf, and I remember that always it'd be about 4 a.m. in the morning. He'd come by, hey, stop it with us. Look at the calves. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let me get my boots on and hat. So we'd walk out there with Dad, and he'd go and he'd always put the cow that he thought was going to be having a calf soon into the barn to make it easier and away from the rest of the group or whatever, and go in there and check on her and see if she's dilated or not. And I remember a couple times he'd have to literally go and grab the chain quick, put it around the legs, and help the mama pull them out if it's breached and everything. And then so I mean, that was a great experience seeing all that stuff as a kid, you know, understand the whole cycle of life and death. And especially as a beef farmer, you know, beef farmers do, we raise animals for beef. We don't milk them. So as a kid, you very quickly realize how your food got to your table. So but it never really affected me, you know. The main thing for me was never to make, well, I would always give calves names, unfortunately, and they grew up to be steers. But one thing about, like, the cattle that we raised, I would take their life hell over most human lives, honestly. Because we had, that's the thing my parents had. We lived in a valley, so we had a lot of land that was unfarmable because it's too hilly. So the cattle literally they were never in, like, enclosed areas, like, fenced in. They would be what we call free roam, I guess, beef. Because they had 70 acres we had of pasture land they could walk in the summer. So they lived a darn good life, the steers, even until they were sold to the butchers or whatever. Nonetheless, good good way to learn about the circle of life, I guess, as a kid. So, but I loved to always help my dad with the calves when we weaned the cows from the moms. We'd put them in a different area, and then we'd have to go up and feed them, of course. And I loved going with my dad to feed them and help make the bed for them in the barn with the straw, spread that around. So I'd go do that, and then some of the little cows would get all playful and start running and want to play, and I'd chase them around. And every once in a while, and oh my God, they'd take their heads and bonk me in the head with theirs, thinking I was playing. And whoo, those calves have hard freaking heads. I remember my dad, he saw me do that. He's like, ooh, started laughing, like, yeah, they got some hard heads, don't they? I'm like, oh my God, that hurts so bad. He's like, yeah, I wouldn't do that anymore. But then, you know, the scary stuff too about being a farmer. I saw my dad almost get killed a couple times by a cow. Like, people talk about bulls being, you know, dangerous. No. The most dangerous animal in the world on Earth is a mother. You, her baby. Doesn't matter what animal breed, type. Most dangerous animal is always a mother with their baby nearby. So yeah, my mom, she had one time, what were we doing? We were given the calves and the cows their shots after they're born, whatever, their vaccines. Not separating or anything, and also we're castrating the male steers, or male calves. And there are one cow, she would not have, somehow got around the fence and into the same area where my dad and I and my sister and my mom were with the calves, doing that. And we all flew out. My dad got pinned up in the manger, and then my mom, she ran and literally grabbed a pitchfork and just stabbed that right in the back, right in the ass of that cow, and she finally let up enough for my dad to sneak into the manger and get the hell out of there. And holy shit, we called it a day at that point for doing any cattle work that day. And my mom, she was just, oh my god, I felt so bad for her. Jen was just fucking rushing. She was cursing, and my mom, she didn't swear. She's a farmer, she don't swear words, of course. My dad, he swore. That's why I swear a lot. My mom, she never did, but that day, she was dropping F-bombs, B-bombs, F-bombs, left and right. And my dad, he was so thankful, like, yeah, that was kind of scary, man. Like, yeah, farmers, they get killed a lot. There's a lot. Animals kill a lot of farmers. Things that kill farmers most often that people don't realize, like pig farmers, it's the fumes, actually. You'll hear about it once a year, usually, in the area. It's that some ventilation system in a big pig farm stopped working, and the farmer went out to go check on the pigs, and his family never heard from him for 5 hours, and someone else went out to go check on him. Then that person never got heard from in half an hour, and they finally realized what happened is that the ventilation system failed, and literally the whole barn was full of methane. And instantly, the moment people walked in there, would die from the poisoning of the gases. It's very sad. Or a couple times you hear about farmers falling into the manure pits. People joke about that, but no, that ain't no joke. You will die very fast. You will drown or die again from the fumes and the chemicals, the methane. Like, people don't realize how dangerous being a farmer is. There's a reason why farmers had a lot of kids. You're playing the numbers game, honestly, and you needed the help too. But for the most part, the numbers game. So that's my skill set in life, is that I'm a fucking high-tech dude that grew up low-tech. I grew up on a farm as a farmer. I mean, I didn't have technology till I got to be actually adult, really. I mean, my mom and dad would buy me. I was always 1 to 2 generations behind every technology or video game out there as a kid, so with that, I think those factors in life, I feel, were to my advantage. Like, I didn't have a CD player until I got to be a junior in high school, and I actually bought it with my own money. Portable one, that is. My mom and dad bought me a CD player, clock, radio for my desk, I remember, for my birthday, and that was the best present ever. I wonder if I have that still. No, I don't. I still have my clock, radio, and lamp for my desk, which is such an, oh my god, it's so old, 80s looking, that fake plastic wood and black. I'm actually gonna set it up on one of my desks I have here. I don't know, I've been finding all my retro stuff. Like, I have a couple of clocks I had from as a kid, the ones that are just pure wind ones from like the 1940s. But I had it going for a while, but I realized after a while the TikTok part of it, that I wasn't digging it. Felt like there was a bomb going off. But, you know, my advice, if I had any advice that was, I think, would be decent for parents, don't let your kids have technology. Just let them taste it every once in a while, but don't let them actually own it until they're at least 12. At least, oh man. I think we need to normalize kids not having cell phones. Like smartphones, that is. They need to find out about the world directly by interacting with it. I don't know. I sound like an old man there. Sorry. Get off my lawn, you damn kids. But no, this isn't the kids' fault. I want to reiterate that when I rant about this stuff, I don't blame the kids at all. This is none of their doings. It's the people that are raising them. Unfortunately, some us millennials have kind of dropped the ball. Some of us, at least with the iPad generation kids. I have friends that were giving their kids iPads at 5, and I have friends that haven't given their kids iPads yet, and they're 10. They only let them look at what is this? Only let them look at the device for so many, like an hour or two every day, and then take it back. And then if they complain about it, they don't get any screen time the next day. So yeah, consequences for actions. We need to teach our kids this early. Oh, look at this sunset, man. Oh, dude. It's funny. The sun changed. Like, the sun normally sits over here. Like, right there. But now... Huh. Wait a second. Are they introducing orbits and we just don't know it? Like, orbiting? Yeah, because this... I mean, I watch the sunset a lot, and normally the sunset's right here. It's like, this is the path it goes, usually it's like this. As you saw earlier, I watch a lot of sunsets here and sunrises. So... I'm going to be honest, though, I'm not complaining, because that's a much better spot for it to come up. Huh, cool. Or maybe it's just because I'm down here when I watch it. No. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye on that one. Cool. You know, I should make a marker up here. Let's do some scientific stuff. Well, not really, but... Okay. Wait, this one just... Oh man, I'm like a damn squirrel. So let's see. So sun, yeah, when I... Oh, okay, well, whatever. Let's warp away and come back again. I want to see now. Oh, I forgot about this lake cabin. Yeah, it's crazy, the world. And humans are even crazier. I just kind of wonder at times, you know, the powerful people and rich people in the world, what is their end game goal, you know? I would just love to have somebody do an interview with the richest people in the world and just have them talk about us normal people. We are curious to know, what is your end goal plan? You know, like, what do you plan to do with all this money and power you're getting? What do you see as your goal, I guess? I'm curious with these... to understand what rich people think, a lot of powerful and rich people in the world. So it'd be really cool if someone could do a proper interview where they actually would just tell us, you know, even if it's evil. Like, we don't... Like, we know some of the rich people out there that they're trying to keep a good public image, but let's be honest, your public image these days is shit right now with the way the world is and the greed levels. So at least just be honest and tell us what the goal is. Is it 2 billion? Is it 5 billion? Or is it to have control over all the media companies? Or... So yeah, get ready though. You know how I was freaking out about AI stuff like about a month ago. I come to the realization that I was freaking out for nothing. Like, AGI is not even 10 years away. It's 20 years away. ASI, end of my lifetime. Unfortunately, and fortunately, maybe, I don't know. But we are being sold and hyped up big. We're being sold a platter of filet mignon, but the reality is we're getting a bowl of ground beef that's been sitting out for 2 weeks. Yeah, they're overhyping AI. All these companies that have fired all these people because of AI, they think AI is going to take their jobs. God, are they in for... We're going to probably see a couple companies collapse because they put too much faith into AI in their workforce and realize that AI didn't do what they promised in replacing these jobs. Rather, it created more jobs because what it does is that it creates so much data that it creates, yes, lots of data very fast at an amazing pace, but the quality is shit. I mean, a human can create data, a shit ton of data, shitty data, too. I mean, what's the difference? I mean, And I mean, I'm here the justification that is, oh, it can create, but of the 5 million shit things it create one good thing. That's not a very good bar to be setting, honestly. Because the reality is, with AI right now, it's not even AI, it's just advanced logic processing, data comparison models more than anything, in my opinion. And I think, honestly, the stuff that we're just getting gaslit by all these researchers. You know? That's all, really. And next year, they're just going to try to hire everybody back at a lower wage. That's what's going to happen. Seriously. We should say no. Say fuck you. But we all got to make money to pay our bills, so, you know. But, you know, the thing is, we haven't done in a long time or ever. Humans, all the working class in the world. What if all the workers of the world for just 1 week said, you know what? No. Fuck it. Everyone, save up enough food to survive for a week and just say fuck it. See what happens. Or maybe we should actually do a targeted protest strike. Target all services that are utilized by the wealthy and the rich and literally say, you know what? We quit, all of us in that industry. Like, but then again, the people that do the jobs need to make the money. That's the problem we have with these mass, you know, protests, is that we still got to pay the bills in the end of the day. But if we can do a big enough protest where we get those that are suppliers involved too, well, that's when you can change the world. But the rich people have already thought about that, so, you know. They're rich for a reason. They know how to exploit, to take advantage of, and see opportunities and seize them, unfortunately. Whereas us, normal people, we would seize the opportunity, but I think most of us would realize that, hey, we have enough, and the trade-off of selling one's soul for more money in your bank isn't worth it in the end, because at night I go to sleep and still got to think about what I've done that day and in my life. So, but yeah, I think I'm gonna make some food here, but to end this, I don't want to end on a negative note, so I gotta say, young people out there, you can change this world. Y'all just need to fucking get organized, motivated. I mean, the motivation's there. Y'all just, I get it. It looks like there's no hope. There's no way that anything can change. But you know what? It can change. If y'all would have fucking voted, you know, we wouldn't be where we are. Seriously. Seriously. We called this all out, everything happening right now. This is already called out in 2024, dumbasses. Fucking A. So anyone that bitches about the world right now, I always ask them, did you vote? No, it doesn't make any sense. Well, you reap what you sow. Like, there's a part of me, I hate to say it, that has been waiting for this moment that we're seeing now, these last year or two, and needed this to happen. And I hate to say it, it has to get even worse for people to realize that they were sold a fucking lie, basically, and I don't know why they're rooting for the rich people. I swear to God, some of the poor people in the world, the only reason they support rich people is that they think that they're going to become the rich people someday, so they want these loopholes to be around. When the reality is that they will never be the rich people that can ever take advantage of these loopholes. And fucking companies. Why are we giving companies tax breaks? They're not doing anything anymore to benefit society. The reason we gave companies tax breaks is because they employed people and perpetuated the cycle of organized society. You know what they're doing right now? They aren't fucking holding up their end of the social contract, governments. So you know what you need to do? Tax those motherfuckers. Where are they going to go if you tax them everywhere? Nowhere. But then again, you always have that one government state that's like, oh, we're going to be the dumbasses and just, sell ourselves out just to get a few dollars now. So the positive note is that we can change this. You just got to fucking do something about it. We have to, all of us. I'm guilty in this, not doing anything. I mean, I try to get all the protests I can, which I have the time to, but my big thing, I guess my TLDR is just fucking vote. Even if it doesn't matter, who cares? If it doesn't matter, what's the point then? Why aren't you voting anyways then? You might as well. I mean, the worst thing it could do is actually help something. I mean, this is going to be a pivotal election coming up again. Or unless you like what's happening in this world and in our country and want to keep perpetuating this thing, which I don't. Because there's no future for the young in this current world. This government, again, is being ran by old geriatrics. Hey, remember when we said Biden was too old? Trump's too fucking old. He's got fucking dementia, y'all. How do I know? I don't know. My mom had dementia, and I took care of her for 4.5 years before she died. And he's showing telltale signs of early onset dementia for the last 3 years. Have you watched a rally of his in the election season? I did. I watched all of them. Full things. It was fucking painful. But you know what? Yeah, he should not have been fit to even run the way his campaigns went. And people that follow him, I asked them if they ever watch his rallies ever. They didn't. Because you know why? They probably couldn't stand watching him like I couldn't, but I pushed through just to see how horrible and how fucking demented, quite literally, early onset dementia was taking effect. So yeah, we're basically seeing Ronald Reagan version 2.0 here, if you're old enough to know what that was about. So basically what Trump is now becoming a figurehead that's being manipulated and controlled by big money. Nah! Yep, that's what's going on right now. And all the poor people that voted him in are getting fucked over the most, yet are the ones bowing to him and kissing his feet, which is pretty much a sign of like the beginnings of a dictatorship, you know, kind of thing. This is like, yeah, this is Germany. We're Germany 2.0. Not the good Germany though, the bad one. And I don't want to be that. That's not what I want America to be. I think a lot of us don't want America to be. So here's what I hope, honestly. I just hope, I hate to say it sounds horrible, but I just hope a lot of the old politicians just fucking die. A peaceful death of old age. Because they deserve it. Their time, they spent it. They've corrupted the world enough. They fucked over the young people for generations alone enough. We need a bunch of new people to fuck us over, right? Let's head back to my bakery to call it a day here. See if my sunset happens in the same spot or if I'm just not remembering things right. But no, it's the hope in the world is within us, within the people you know that are good people. There will be a point where we will. I know too many people actually that are willing to give their lives for the sake of a better world. I am included because I don't have kids, like I said, and all of my older relatives now are passed away, and the current world is the world that I was part of shaping, but the future world I shouldn't be shaping at all, because this isn't my world to be shaping. Rather, I will just participate and help support all you young people shape this world, hopefully, and build something better that we could never do. I'm sorry, I thought my generation was going to fix the world with the internet. And we did for a bit there in the 2000s. Things were great. But then, like everything, we lost track, we lost the plot, a lot of us. A lot of us that were hippies that made it big, sold out for the money. It's sad. It's sad. But you know what? I still have faith in the young people. This is your world, my people. You guys can fix this. I'm sorry we fucked it up so bad for y'all. There's a lot of us my age that we believe in you. A lot of older people believe in you. And we are seeing the plight in the situation in which we set you up for. And we wish and are trying to figure out a way to make it better. And give you guys a chance to make a world that you want, not the world that we told you you need to be in. So, on that, I got your back. And peace.